Hi everyone. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Welcome to part 4 of SBL's pre-scene analysis. Right. This is again. I want to remind you that this is the pre-scene for September 2024 exam that ACCA has released. Right. That ACCA has released, and yeah, we have many more to come. Like we are going to do the mock. The best thing in this particular pre-scene analysis is that you know the industry now. So what we'll do, we'll have the mocks now. And if we are having the mocks, we can make the questions, we can predict the requirements. If you can see, I have made a list here of the requirement. That so far, after reading the industry analysis, what exactly we can get. After reading the industry analysis, we can exactly get the competitor analysis is important for this part. You can exactly see the competitor analysis that they have compared Zenby and Biago so much, right? Then there's chances of fraud because card processing payments are involved, data security. Yeah, one of the particular requirement, Potter 5 forces. Why Potter 5 forces? Because here the supplier is your driver. If the drivers are not motivated, you will be shortage of the cars, you will be facing shortage of the riders, and the customers won't be satisfied, right? So far we have seen this, and what I'll do after reading this Diego's particular things, background, growth, ownership, and all that. What I'll do, I'll make a mock, right? I'll make a mock of it, and this mock will test this industry. So you will exactly can get the practice, right? You exactly can get the practice of it. And apart from that, the students, those who enroll for mock, will have access. The students, those who enroll for mock, will have access of previous solved past papers, right? Previous solved past papers by me. Okay. And yes, in part 3, I've got some messages that there's voice disruption. I can agree on this. The problem is I'm currently traveling, so there's an issue. But the thing is that I'm trying to reduce that as well. But we cannot avoid the classes, right? The thing is that we cannot avoid the classes. Now, let's go on to the Biago overview, that what exactly Biago is offering and what is it. So far, we have seen the industry analysis. Yeah, one of the things is that they have given you the KPIs. And guys, believe me, whenever there's a KPI, so there's a high chance of performance evaluation because you have been given, there's a high chance of performance evaluation because you have been given the background, right? You have been given the background, you have been given the data measures. So performance evaluation is highly predicted here, right? Highly predicted here. Now, uh, let's read about Biago. What is Biago? So Biago was established in B-Land 12 years ago, right, by Ed Frost and Kim Lee. So this is about the company. So I'll highlight it with yellow, right? 12 years at Force and Kim Lee, two work police who had previously set up and managed business in Beeland, developing mobile apps for other organizations. So what they are particularly the developers, right? They're the developers. They might be doing the CS, computer science, and they have been developing the applications, right? They have been developing the applications. But today, what they have developed, today they have developed a particular Biago app for themselves, right? And see, they're the developers, therefore, they haven't invested that much. They haven't got the cars, they haven't got the drivers. They just launched a particular application and wanted drivers to get on board with them, right? So, this is the strategy that they have been following rather than investment. They are making their business attractive for the people, okay? So, having experienced their own daily challenges in commuting and socializing in Beeland's capital city. So, how did they manage? Huh? How did they manage about this particular thing? So, they managed that they were commuting and socializing, and they saw that there is a problem. They are facing a problem in commuting and socialization, which led them to follow or make this kind of a business, right? So, this is they are in the capital city of Beeland. They are in the capital city of Beeland. They live, they work, They recognize the need for more convenient and cost-effective transport in the BLM cities. So their initial focus was to encourage customers to share rides wherever possible. So their initial focus, their prime business is ride sharing. They thought of that we should be sharing rides to make it cost effective, right? To make it cost effective. If they've given you, the business revenue percentage to see ride sharing is 12% and ride hailing is 72%. So they thought of they'll be promoting ride sharing, but somehow they have got the ride hailing as well. Somehow they have got the ride hailing as well. Now, in early days, right now in early days, operating with only basic website and mobile app and only few drivers, it was clear to Ed and Kim that demand for ride sharing and ride hailing services was high. So they know, they got this, that we just have developed basics and with only few drivers. They exactly knew that there were high demand of ride sharing and high demand of ride hailing. So they exactly knew that there is a high demand for that, right? They exactly knew that there is a high demand for that. So over the next few years, supported financially by several venture capitalist investors. So they have some venture capital investors. So that means decision making is diluted. Decision making is diluted because they have venture capitalists on board. So they might not be the ones, those who decide each and everything. One thing to note, guys, too much focus on this case can get you past, right? You have to focus on it. You have to think of the point. You have to know that what exactly data is given, right? Bago grew rapidly, and by the end of 2003, it had 16 million active customers, right? These numbers are there to quote in your answers, right? These numbers are there to quote in your answer. These numbers are there to quote in your answers, right? This is predicted to rise to 19 million, and they have prediction of 19 million. So you should discuss the percentage of growth, right? Percentage of growth can be taken, percentage of growth can be taken here, So guys, so far we know about the industry and we are knowing about our company, that we had 12 years. We got two developers, those who develop apps for the organization. They know about the problems people facing commuting and socializing. So they thought, why should not be making? And once they have made their application with the few drivers, they exactly knew that there's ride sharing and hailing services are high as you like. So see, one idea, one click, and one experience had led them to get this, right? So, registered and active customers, they are following an inclining trend. Okay, they are following an inclining trend, and here also they are following an inclining trend, right? So inclining, they are following a good inclining trend, I must say. They are following a good inclining trend, I must say. Okay? Yeah. So ownership. Now, Bago was listed on the BLN Stock Exchange for 5 years ago. Now, that means they have been formed 12 years, but they have got listed 5 years ago, right? So they have operated 7 years without being listed. Now the problem is that in those 7 years they haven't focused the CG requirements, right? And now they have got shift into the listed stage, so CG requirements are mandatory. I guess you guys know what I'm talking about. Now here the CG requirements are mandatory, right? 80% of shares are held by large institutional investors, 10% of its shares held by original founders, and remainings are small private investors. So the thing is that power lies here. So the thing is that power lies here. It's a venture capital based company because they have 80% stocks, right? They have 80% stock. So it's a venture capital based company, right? It's a venture capital based company. Now, revenue percentage by service. So when it was first established, Bago focused primarily shared rights. They focused on this business, right? Sharing rights. They focused here. As the founders wanted to offer environmental sustainable transport solution. However, over the years, ride hailing has become increasingly popular. Now the industry is focusing more on ride hailing with customers who want to get from point A, point B without sharing their ride with another. Currently, over 70% now people are preferring ride hailing, right? People are preferring ride hailing, and this is might be the case because sometimes the females doesn't want to share the ride because they are not even trusting the driver. So how can they be trusting in the particular ride with them? So people are focusing more here. The ride hailing, it's a more focused business, right? It's a more focused, and I'll say a more opportunistic business, more focused and more opportunistic business it has. Currently, 70% of revenues are generated from its ride hailing services. Ride sharing still demanded by customers, particularly students and lower income customers, but only generates 12%, right? And sharing, yeah, preferred by students, lower earners, those who have not good earning, so they'll be preferring the ride sharing. Otherwise, a normal people or a normal income person would be going for ride hailing, or an office person, those who don't want to go late, they'll be preferring ride hailing, right? So see, now you are diving into the company. So far, you have been dived into an industry. You are now more familiar with Uber and Kareem rather than the people those are working in the Uber and Kareem, right? So now you are diving into the company, that what exactly is your company, so that if you're sitting in the case in the exam, you must be knowing each and everything about the Bago. My prime businesses, my founders, when I got stock exchange, who's my main investors. You should be knowing each and everything to draft in your answer. This is the beauty, guys. This is the beauty of SPL, right? So 70% of Bago's revenue are generated from hailing services. Ride sharing is still demanded by customers, particularly students and lower income. Micro mobility, what was that? It was, I guess, the particular cycles and all that, right? This was the business, huh? This was the business. Remember, we know the industry. Therefore, you remember this, huh? So Bago acquired a national micro-mobility business, enabling it to offer its customers a new service of bicycle hire. And this is really good service, I'll say. This is really good for tourists, because those who are tourists, they can take this bike and go here and there. They are environmental friendly, provided very popular with customer in BLAN in the last 2 years. Bago has invested significantly in additional infrastructure to support growing demand here, right? To support growing demand here. So operates its micro mobility in 100 cities and BLAN, and it has over 9 million active users here, right? So 9 million active users here. And here we got a number of particularly 16 million, right? Rapidly from 16 million, there are 9 million customers here, right? Active users in micro mobility service in BLAN. That was 16 million is our number, and this is 9 million, right? And this is 9 million about BLAN, right? Now the thing is, how much market do we owe here? Now this is the data pending on examiner. How much market do we owe here? And if it's growing demand, so a potential opportunity. If it's growing demand, so a potential opportunity of growth here, right? A potential opportunity of growth here. Now, business services. 2 years ago, Bago partnered with several national organizations to transport their staff to and from workplace and meetings, events, to transport customers and clients, meetings, and all that, right? In fact, those people who have used Emirates, they will be getting an email from card trawler because I've used that. So this is kind of a business service. What they are offering, they are saying that get yourself picked up airport to hotel and same vice versa, right? So now what's that? This is a company, car trawler, contacted airline that all your customers should come in our dictionary, and then we'll contact them and see if some of the airline customers don't want to wait for taxi, they'll be calling them and they'll be getting their taxi booked, just like I did. So if I did that and I paid around $20 to $30, so it was fine. It was totally fine, right? The thing is that this is a business service, and I'm not saying to do this with airlines only. You can do with airports, hotels, trains. Contact each and everyone. Once you're on destination, in fact, you can make the taglines also that once you're on destinations, you can contact us for getting you from here and there, right? Rather than waiting for a taxi at a good rate. Did you guys got my point? Any questions so far, guys? Those students who are attending the class live can text me on Zoom chat box, and the students, those who are taking recording, can obviously text me, particularly on my WhatsApp number. Just to add you here, that after these classes, I'll be giving or issuing a mock, right? And that mock is for sure based on this TNC business, right? So students should attempt this mock and send it to this number. So get yourself marked, right? And again, if you want to see the classes of that mock that I'll be solving, it will be a crash course, particularly of 30 hours that will train how to draft, in which I'll be solving this paper. Along with that, I'll be giving you the recordings of the papers that I've already solved. I've solved more than 20 papers of SBL so that you can exactly know how and what to draft, right? So this is done background. This is done Bago growth, ownership. Now let's see that services offered by Bago. Yeah, we have done this as well. Now let's discuss these two pages, right? Let's discuss these two things for today's, and in last, we'll be discussing that, right? Probably I'll be giving that class a particular some hours later, a particular break, and then you'll see. So now, let's see. Technology used by Bago. What's that? See, Bago uses several different technologies to facilitate its operations, website and mobile apps. Yeah, we are based on website and mobile apps, and it's generally that this mobile app is more used, right? Generally, mobile app will be more used. I believe that, right? Because I haven't booked any Kareem from my laptop. I just have booked from mobile. So these are the front-end technologies which are used to interact with customers and drivers. And then we have payment processing software, yeah, right? Payment processing software. The software system processes the automatic payments from customers' completion on each ride, processes weekly payments direct to driver's bank account. Yeah, this is the motivator, right? That every driver's payment will be released in a week. Every driver's payment will be released in a week. Now, this is the motivation that they have, right? That every driver's payment will be released in a week. Now, this is the motivation that they should have, right? This is the motivation that they should have based on rides completed and percentage of ride price earned by driver, right? So that means that we clear our drivers in a week. This is the KPI we should be noting, that our drivers get their payment in a week. And one more thing, just the problem that I believe you must have faced if you have seen this. The thing is that when I'm on my travel, right? When I'm on my travel on international, my card is local, right? So this app charges money on basis of dollar, right? Now the conversion here, that's key, right? This is beyond this case because this is the problem that I just faced, right? So I'm highlighting that the problem is that my card was a local bank and I'm using it in a Gulf, so they're charging me a conversion charges as well, right? They are charging me a conversion charges as well. So if you are facilitating a particular tourist, are you communicating with them, right? Now, guys, this is not to the requirement. This is just I'm highlighting an issue here that through this payment processing software, you can face these issues. Through this payment processing software, you can face these issues, right? So, technology used by Biago, website and mobile apps, right? Payment processing software, customer and driver database. Now, Biago's database collects and manages driver and customer data, including name, address, email, mobile number, bank credit card details needed to pay for each ride taken, customer ride completed, start and end point, driver's name, address, license, and all that. A good database, guys. A good database, right? They should have a good database. On here comes a good name such as big data, right? So that a customer predictive analysis, like when they need the ride, it could be done, right? Predictive analytics, like when exactly they need the ride, can be done. Like when exactly they need the ride, can be done, right? So completed average ride time, drivers rating. Now Biago uses a sophisticated GPS software to accurately map the position, right? So it's a good GPS, but the problem that currently we faced in Pakistan, right? The problem with GPS, there are several problems with GPS, like inappropriate tracking. The problem is that in Pakistan, the tracking was not done easily. The government was changing something. So the thing is that this GPS can collapse. So how you gonna be tackling it? And apart from that, your total reliance is on GPS, right? Your total reliance is on GPS. So how you gonna be tackling it? The thing is that so far, this GPS software is being used, right? Position of customers and drivers. The software can pinpoint customers when I request a ride, and their final destination also is pinpointed, right? The final destination is also pinpointed. The software is also used to calculate optimum route for drivers, and the software also gives the optimum route, right? Optimum route, like peak areas of traffic. So they decide the alternative route, huh? So they decide the alternative route, the peak areas of traffic. Customers have access to GPS information about their ride, and drivers have access to this information to locate the customers and then follow the recommended route. And then follow the recommended route. So this is about the GPS, but again, the problems with GPS are there, like wrong location. Sometimes I have faced that, right? The wrong location. So customer uh customer panicked because of the wrong location, or customer is not good, fine, customer has reported about the driver. So these are the things that we usually face, right? These are the things that we usually face. Now, so how data is being stored, how data is being stored, can we get an idea? So yeah, so Biago has a commercial agreement that BLAN's based cloud service provider to deliver and host the Biago's techno platform. So is a critical in enabling the millions of rides undertaken every day, and it also provides insights which Biago uses to develop its technology further. So they ask us to take our technology further. It uses an historical and real-time data for drivers and customers by analyzing the data, right, life cycle, from when drivers go online, customer request rides, when they match, which route they take, and feedback, right? So this is particularly the real-time data that requires the improvement of experiences. This is particularly the real-time data that requires the improvement of experiences, from where online and customer request rides to when they watch, which route they take, and all that, by using machine learning capabilities. Bago can predict future behavior based on many years and enhance its service development. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing that big data allows you, right? You should be knowing the next step. You should be knowing the next step that particularly can be taken, that particularly can be taken by the customer. So there's a chance that they can ask big data. There's a chance that they can ask big data, right? So analysis to predict requirements, competitor analysis, fraud one, security of customers, Spotify forces, big data. So these are the things that they can ask regularly. These are the things that they can ask regularly, right? So the thing is dependency on cloud. Yeah, one of the student has also highlighted, sir, that we have so much dependency on cloud service provider. So this is a problem. Yeah, so it can be a requirement as well, like dependency on the cloud service provider, because your data, your total data is stored here. And if this cloud went up, your data went up. If this cloud has gone up, your data has been gone, right? If your cloud has been gone, your data has been gone. That, okay? So Bago relies significantly on technology to attract new drivers and customers through video, social media, SEO, keyword searches, and traditional promotions. So we are actively marketing. So guys, the marketing expect, huh? Marketing expect. They have discussed here. They've asked you about SEO. They've asked you about keyword searches. They've asked you about traditional performances, social media, email. Since I have been into some entities marketing, I know that these are some techniques. So the thing is that marketing techniques or marketing analysis can be asked, right? Big data and cloud. This could be asked here. So they've given you the requirements, right? They've given you the requirements of particularly these things. So there's a high chance that they're gonna be testing these. There's a high chance that they are going to test these, right? TV and radio. Bago engages its current customer through a variety of online media, emails, notifications, marketing messages. We go with Bago. Now, this is the tagline of that, right? This is the tagline that we go with Bago. So that means they are good at marketing. They seems to be good at marketing because they have too much. They seems to be good at marketing because they have too much marketing platforms to work for. They haven't left any platform. They are on media. They haven't left any platform. They are on media. They are on email. They are on SEO. They are on keyword searches. They are on traditional performances of promotions, TV and radio. So they are on each and everywhere. They are on each and everywhere, right? So the main staff is research and design, right? The main staff is research and design. That means innovation focus. Why? Because we have major staff on research and design. We have major staff on research and design. Then we have product management, right? Then we have product management. That's 820. Data science and technology, right? This is probably again the innovation as well as data analytics, right? Because if we have 14% of our staff in data science, so they'll be analyzing the trends, they'll be predicting, they'll be helping marketing team, right? They'll be helping marketing team as well. So there's good predictive analytics here. Then we have customer service, sales and marketing, finance. Yeah, we have a good finance hub here so that our numbers can be reported appropriately. This is a cost center. You should be knowing it, right? Then we have HR, and then we have others. In that others, there might be IT. But the thing is, since we are app based, so where's IT? We are app based. So where is IT, right? If our app gone, then we are gone, right? So are they in this 3%? If yes, so too low focus then, huh? If yes, so it's too low focus, right? So guys, the thing is that seeing these classes, you'll be questioning. So that these are the things that they can ask here, right? These are the things that they can ask here. Now, it's 5,000 staff, 60 locations in B-land, 50% of staffs are employed in research and design and all that. See, the major staff is here. I must be saying that technology is here. If the technology is here, then it's fine. But if it isn't, then there can be a problem, right? Then there can be a problem. Leadership structure, it's non-executive chairperson, CEO, CFO, CTO, CCO, CPO, CMO, and non-executive directors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 6 EDs, 6 NEDs, and 1 more NED. So I believe the CG requirements are good here. CG requirements are good here, okay? So guys, so far we exactly knew about our company, that what our company is, Bago, right? It's 12 years, 2 directors that made, they faced the commuting problem and they thought about this business, right? And they thought that customer would love to share the rides. They developed the basic app and they thought of ride sharing and hailing, but they got some investment from the investors. We have 16 million active users, 19 million. I'll be sharing this PDF with all my students, right? So that they exactly got these annotated notes and they exactly know that what are the points they should be remembering, right? Guys, the thing is that in exam, I won't be suggesting to look at this pre-scene because they have given you earlier. So just remember it. Remember the key terms. That's it. Remember the key terms. That's it. You should not be remembering this complete case. You should have to remember the key terms, right? 5 years ago, we got listed. These are our business-wise revenue. We have 5 business options, right? We have 5 business options, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So sorry, 4 business options, huh? Then we thought ride sharing would get higher revenue, but people are preferring ride hailing. They want exactly point A, point B without sharing. And yeah, one question again that can be asked. In fact, that's quite evident that why ride hailing is more preferred. Now, why is that? Why is that? You have to comment on it, about security, about time, about money. People are good earning here. And since our business depends on economy, so our economy is going great. So therefore, no issue, right? So another questions that we can get here. Then technology app, website and mobile payment processing. I raised the issue about the processing here, right? Customer driver database and GPS software. One more problem with GPS. If GPS went away, our business is collapsed, right? If network goes down, if any problem in any case of world war, if the internet went away, our business is gone down, right? Since we are not giving the food for sale, right? And then cloud service provider that creates a dependency on cloud, right? Then we have the data analytics team. Yeah, we have a good tagline. We have a good data science technology team, research and design. So we are innovation focused business, and the CG requirements are met. So guys, in the last part, we'll be surely discussing. These factors like senior leadership structure, key risk, and then website extracts, Bago KPIs. I'll be posting it today. Don't worry, right? I'll be posting it today. Don't worry. So far, if you have liked my analysis, just let me know. This is so far the predictions that I've made about the questions they can ask, right? This is so far the predictions that I've made. I want you to read this again, and I'll be sharing my annotated notes with you guys so that you have exactly idea. And again, don't forget that we will be conducting a mock on 25th. Particularly, I'll be sharing it in a while, and then a mock for the students That's 27th of August, and that's part of our crash course in which I'll be solving these mocks. And apart from that, I will also be sharing that how to draft, and you'll get exactly the papers that I've drafted so that you get exact idea that leads you a good number in this paper. So far, this is all from my side. See you in the next session.